Today, there is more bad news from China. The Chinese economy has slipped into deflation.
In recent times, the global financial landscape has been stirred by a concerning development. Goldman Sachs sounding an alarm to sell stocks of Chinese commercial banks. The question looms large. Is China facing a severe financial crisis? Are its banks bleeding money faster than they can mend themselves? Join us as we dissect this complex issue, uncovering the intricacies of China's banking system, the challenges it faces, and the potential impact on both domestic and global economies.
Vote on easing capital and liquidity requirements for smaller and medium-sized banks.
Genesis of bank runs, China's 2022 wake-up call. Let's rewind to the summer of 2022, when a seemingly insignificant town set off a chain reaction that had far-reaching consequences. More than 400,000 depositors woke up to find their accounts frozen, locking away over $6 billion. This watershed moment originated in rural village and town banks, shedding light on their vulnerability and dispelling the notion of their invincibility. In the face of this crisis, a broader issue came to the forefront. These rural banks, often overlooked in the shadow of their larger urban counterparts, are woven into the fabric of China's economic landscape. While their individual financial prowess may be limited, their collective impact is staggering. A crucial lesson emerged. The stability of these smaller banks is integral to the overall health of China's financial system. Delicate balance. Fragility of small and medium-sized banks, SMBs. China's financial landscape is a juxtaposition of giants and underdogs, with small and medium-sized banks playing a crucial role in supporting local economies and businesses. These institutions, born out of the intention to uplift rural communities, have evolved into vital players in the nation's financial ecosystem. However, behind their facade of stability lies a harsh truth. Their limited financial strength exposes them to turbulence. Recent revelations have unveiled a startling reality. Nearly 7.5% of these banks are on the precipice of financial collapse, with almost 186 rated at a high-risk level. This distressing scenario underscores the delicate equilibrium these banks must maintain, juggling risk management, profitability, and competition against more established financial institutions. The intricate interplay between their noble mission to serve local communities, their constrained resources, and the ever-present pressure to attract deposits is a tightrope walk that often goes unnoticed amidst the grand narrative of China's financial prowess. Online banking platforms, promise and pitfalls. In a desperate bid to bolster their financial positions, numerous small banks embraced online platforms that promised enticing returns to depositors. The promise of higher returns, coupled with the convenience of digital banking, created a recipe for attracting funds at an accelerated pace. At first glance, it seemed like a win-win situation, promising a lifeline to these banks grappling with financial woes. Yet what seemed promising turned into a saga of deception and unsustainable practices. As these online platforms promised alluring returns, they inadvertently opened doors to dubious activities and fraudulent behavior. When regulators stepped in during 2021, cutting off this lifeline, smaller banks were left grappling for alternatives, exacerbating their financial turmoil. The transition from the promise of financial stability to the ensuing chaos illustrates the delicate balance these banks tread in navigating the labyrinth of modern banking platforms. Pandemic's toll, closures, debt, and dwindling margins. The seismic tremors of the COVID-19 pandemic reverberated deep within China's banking sector. As small and medium-sized businesses buckled under the weight of the crisis, banks were tasked with the Herculean effort of stabilizing the situation. The role of these banks in supporting local businesses became even more pronounced as they became a lifeline for struggling entrepreneurs. However, this valiant effort came at a cost. Net interest margins took a hit as loans became cheaper and repayment schedules faltered. The pandemic's toll on businesses resulted in a surge of non-performing loans, further denting the profitability of these banks. The aftermath of these financial tremors was significant, prompting a realignment of strategies and a pivot towards digital banking to ensure operational continuity. The transition towards digital channels, while necessary, also posed challenges for these banks, which often lacked the technological infrastructure and resources to seamlessly make the leap. Non-performing loans and the LGFV conundrum. A complex web of non-performing loans ensnared China's banks, with a significant chunk tied to local government financing vehicles, LGFVs, responsible for funding vital infrastructural projects. These vehicles, initially designed to bolster local development, found themselves entangled in a complex web of debt and obligations. The underwhelming performance of these projects rippled through the banking sector, casting a shadow over their financial health and cascading into a series of interconnected challenges. As LGFVs struggled to generate revenue and repay loans, the banks that had extended credit to these vehicles found themselves navigating the treacherous waters of mounting non-performing loans. This scenario highlighted the symbiotic relationship between banks and the larger economic ecosystem, underscoring the need for comprehensive reforms that address both short-term stability and long-term growth. Goldman Sachs's stark warning and stock market turmoil. July 2023 etched a grim milestone as Goldman Sachs issued a clarion call, downgrading several Chinese banks to sell ratings. The crux of their concerns? Looming loan write-offs and the labyrinthine challenges of loan expansion for LGFVs. The aftermath was swift and brutal, resulting in a stock market upheaval that saw the banking sector's index plummet by over 10% in just 3 trading sessions. Goldman Sachs's assessment not only underscores the precarious position of China's banking sector, but also raises broader questions about the global implications of these challenges. The interconnectedness of financial markets means that even localized disruptions can send shockwaves across borders, impacting investors, trade partners, and the stability of the global financial landscape. Navigating the uncertain terrain, road ahead. As financial experts and analysts weigh in, a semblance of consensus emerges. While a full-blown banking crisis might be averted, China's economic resilience and concerted efforts to navigate the treacherous terrain will play a pivotal role. Nevertheless, the journey forward is paved with challenges, necessitating a multifaceted approach to ensure stability and sustainability. Strengthening regulatory oversight emerges as a critical component of this strategy. Clear guidelines and rigorous monitoring mechanisms can help prevent the recurrence of fraudulent practices and ensure that banking operations are transparent and accountable. By bolstering risk management practices, these banks can minimize their exposure to non-performing loans and protect their financial stability. Global ramifications, spillover effects. China's banking woes are not confined within its borders. They have the potential to reverberate globally. As China's position in the world economy strengthens, any upheaval in its financial sector could send shockwaves across international markets. The interconnectedness of global financial systems means that disruptions in one corner of the world can trigger a domino effect with far-reaching consequences. Investors, trade partners, and financial institutions worldwide have a vested interest in closely monitoring China's banking situation. The spillover effects of these challenges can impact portfolios, alter investment strategies, and reshape trade dynamics on a global scale. Building resilience, reform, and future prospects. The path to recovery involves a multifaceted approach that acknowledges both short-term stabilization and long-term growth. Strengthening the foundations of these smaller banks is a crucial step, as their stability directly contributes to the broader financial ecosystem. Regulatory reforms that ensure prudent lending practices, transparency, and accountability can bolster confidence in the banking sector. Moreover, addressing the systemic challenges tied to LGFVs and non-performing loans requires a comprehensive strategy. Proactive measures such as debt restructuring and a renewed focus on projects with strong revenue-generating potential can alleviate the strain on banks while facilitating sustainable economic growth. In the intricate tapestry of China's banking landscape, threads of uncertainty are woven alongside threads of resilience. While concerns loom large, China's economic fabric boasts a history of endurance in the face of adversity. As we conclude this comprehensive analysis, we invite you to share your insights and perspectives in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button if you found this analysis insightful. Subscribe to our channel for more enlightening content, and make sure to ring the notification bell to stay informed about all things finance. Until next time, this is your host, signing off. Stay informed, stay curious, and stay financially savvy.